Captain Eddie Castellan. I'm not in the shop, but stick around. I got something to talk about. I'm not in the shop, right? This is a canopy. I'm okay. Woodturners, it's August. I'm in the New Orleans area, and it's hot. Hey, it's not as hot as Memphis, Tennessee is right now, but hey, that's, some of us have blessings. I am following my doctor's orders. Yes. Yesterday, after I had a little bad reaction with the treatment, I was told stay out of the shop. Well, that's the shop back there. See that? That's the shop. I'm out of the shop. All right. I'm borderline. All right. I'm out in front of the shop because I came out. I can't work in the shop, but I can do some things related to the shop. You shopping with me? All right. Well, I came out because I need to get pictures of some things I've made. Yeah, tools like the self-powered sander. This is a nifty tool, huh? Okay, self-powered, which means I can put it in against a piece of wood and it will do a scuff sand, which is better than a straight sand, in my opinion. Do a scuff sand, no power, nothing. And I can make it any length or dimension I want. I got one hole at 45 degrees, one hole straight on. And I sell these parts, but that's not what this is about. It's about you can make things for your shop. From gauges to clips to brackets to knockout rods to pins to all these things you can build in your own with these. And you can do it in your own shop and you accomplish something. And somebody can go, where'd you get that at? I made it. That's right, you can go, I made it. Or the ladies can go, I made it. I'm going to catch all over that. But you made it. All right, and that's what one of my newsletters is going to be about. I just did one about making ink pens. Because I went to a workshop the other day at a club, and they had two guys, and that nice idea, when you do these joint efforts, because you can blend one topic with two opinions, or two methods, or two goals, or two, well, you get some weird stuff. Richie and Bobby did a really good demo. They didn't get together beforehand and rehearse it and say, okay, I'm going to do this and you do that. Like I'm going to dance the opening and then you pick up and hit the primary number and then I come back to me and I'll fill it in and all that. That's when it really, really would click. I've seen some couples do that. Those are not couples. They're just two guys. But I've seen people team up and do that and do some really, really great demonstrations. You got to think, if you sit there and watch one guy turn, what are you going to get? You're going to get his opinion. If you're going to learn bad tricks and habits, you're going to learn it from his bad tricks and habits. In fact, I'm going to digress a little bit. Bobby started out and he put his shield on and he started turning. Richie came over to do his demo and he was discombobulated a little bit. He got up, hit the machine, turned it on. I heard from somebody else in the audience, it wasn't me because I was ready to go, but I did go when he said, the guy said, hey, you forget something? And I didn't even look up. I said, shields up, because I could see his shield sitting on the floor. Yeah, they don't do a damn bit of good if they're sitting on the floor or propped up on your head or hanging on the wall. They really don't. And you say, oh man, look, I clean forgot. I just did this, the club is looking for a safety director to cover those things, to make sure that every time that machine gets turned on, it's getting turned on safe. And that's what you have to think about. But where did I go off at? I got to come back to that. But I was watching a demo and it was about turning pens. Right? Nifty little thing. Don't think turning pens is a cute trick. It's not a cute trick. There's as much going into turning a pen as it is going into turning a bowl. Alright, they're smaller. and they get held in their hands, and you can give them to sweet girls and trade them off. You can do that in bowls too, but they're going to talk about you. But turning a pen is an art. It really is. So I wrote a newsletter about turning pens. And when I was finishing up, my buddy Ronnie, he's made a square bowl, a square plank with a bowl on it, a natural edge thing. Really, really nifty looking. Do I have a picture of that? I wanted to have a picture of that thing. Take a look at this. But he did this the other day, and I remember this guy is a novice turner. I didn't say new, I said novice. But he took the art and flipped it in his direction. Guess where he got the idea? At a club demo. Yeah. So, you know, Johnny did this and he did that, and he said, I got this idea and I found this piece of wood and said, oh, wow. That's what some of these things are great for, because they spark your thinking thing. Yeah. Wow, rain's coming. I knew it would. But it sparked his thinking thing, and he created this piece. While I was talking to him, I was saying, well, you know, I really want to do one on other parts and pieces that's in the shop that you make. Because in doing the pen article, I realized there are things I have made, created, devised, invented, conceived, crap you come up with, to make pens and pen turning easier. Yeah, I didn't buy all the gadgets because I didn't know what they were. So I got done talking to Ronnie, and I said, maybe I'll do a newsletter on tools and stuff. And that's what it'll be called. Tools and stuff. Why? Because that's what we're talking about, tools and stuff. From the sharpener to a knockout rod to a gauge for your chuck, which I got an idea from Ronnie because I watched him take a wild ass guess on how big the divot would be on putting a bowl on it. Yeah, right. Take a wild ass guess, or just make yourself a template. All right. But all these things go into your turning. They really do. They're a critical part of it. And if you make these tools, you become safer and happier and easier to work with. And your wife wants you, or your companion wants you easy to work with, right? Okay. Yeah. We were talking about things you see and things you learn to being safe. Weren't we? Yeah, we were there a little while ago. I tell you that if you're not safe, don't go do it. There are 5 things. And I keep harping on this. There are 5 things in turning. Before you get started on a project, say you're going to make this self-sanding handle. Now this one's 10 years old. It's been flooded a couple of times. It's still got the rare earth magnets in it, the sleeves in it, and all that. But I want to make a replacement. I really do. And it's a pretty piece of wood, but it's just, you know, you can do better. All right, I'm going to make this. Guess what I have to think about? What an old good friend of mine, Harry Langley, would tell me, what if? That's right, what if? You always have to think about what if. So before you get started spinning that between centers, to hold it on you, to put a tendon on it, then to hold it in your chuck and drill it and such like that. Before you get started, think about what if. The what ifs are the good, the bad, the ugly, the danger, and the goal. Good, bad, ugly, danger, goal. 5 things right there. How about that? Just like my hand. Good, bad, ugly, danger, goal. If you take 1 second before you turn and think about that, you will see what those have to do. You will see what they are. And guess what? That thing up there on the top of your head, your noggin, it sees it too and it thinks about it. So before you spin it, you say, wait, you know, if I turn this on right now and it's running at 3,000 RPMs and I'm between centers, that could come out before I'm round. Do I really need to be 3,000 RPMs before I'm round? No. I can be weighed and turn the knob down. All right, turn the reeds down. Move the belt over. Let's get it round, and then we speed it up. What's my mentor taught me, right off the bat. As soon as it's around, speed it Z up. He wasn't German, but that's how he spoke. And that's the key to this thing. Get it safe, pick it up to speed, get a better cut. I'm talking a lot lately about negative rake scrapers with guys. And a gentleman yesterday called me about it, and he says, I'm getting this chattering and hammering from using scraper carbide tool to cut. And I said, how are you using it? Just like the guy on TV. I said, you cutting the same piece of wood? No. Exactly the same? No. Same speed? I don't know. Why? I said, because it ain't the same. It won't be the same. It never will be the same. God took care of that. He made no two pieces of wood exactly alike. So, when you see things that other people do, it doesn't mean that you can go do it. So I'm talking to this guy and I said, okay, why would I have a negative rake scraper? My mentor showed me, and he was one of the finest ornamental wood turners in the world. He was sitting in the studio when we did a demonstration one month, and the guy said, you have to have a 3/4 inch bowl gouge to turn a bowl. And I saw him shaking his head. And I said, I don't think that guy agrees with you. You want to turn a bowl next month? You're going to bring your own tools? He brought 2 scrapers. They were this long. That's a good hand long. And they were mild steel, tool steel. They were very, very old. Had round the shoulders on. It was a bull nose and one that was a little bit less bull nose. He turned 2 bowls in an hour's time from soup to nuts. That's right. And he used 2 scrapers. There's nothing wrong with the scraper if you learn how to use it. Nothing wrong with it. We're talking to this guy on the phone. I said, you're going in like this, flat and plain. What if? There's the what if stuff with Harry. You know, what if? And you got 5 things right here you got to watch for. What if you kick that blade up on a slight angle? Now, I'm right-handed. My hand went that way. But really, when I twist my wrist, it would twist strong, more force. I'd roll it over this way. What if you twist your wrist? Don't raise your arm. Pick up your left foot. Cock your head back. Scratch your ear or anything else. Just cock that cutter around a little bit and approach that wood. Does the wood know it's being attacked by a negative rake or just a sharp scraper? Did you tell it? If you told it, you're screwed. If you don't tell it, it's screwed. That's right. Because the attack position, the angle of what the cutter goes in to attack, is critical on how the cut comes out. So if you cock it up, the good, you got a pretty good cut. The bad, I don't know. The ugly, ain't going to happen here. The danger, very little. And the goal, a better cut. You see, when those 5 things work out, you win. Chunk of wood loses, but you win. So, I came out to the shop to take pictures of these things and get them ready. And oh yeah, by the way, negative rake, I have a scrapers that somebody sharpened for me at a meeting one day and said I'm going to put a negative rake on mine. I'm this close to grinding out that negative rake and getting it back to good old flat steel. Why? Because I never did use it like that. I didn't need it like that. I didn't need that tool to do my cut. Really, I don't need, if there's an art to making a cut, I want to learn the art and I want to practice it. So, well, the rain's here. The doctors are watching. The shop is back there because I'm not in the shop, remember that. But I am heading to SWAT. And that is, next week I leave to go to SWAT. SWAT, Southwest Association of Turners. Go to their website. Look, this is it. Okay, don't do the .com thing. Go swatturners.org because it's an organization. How about that? But go there and you'll see all about it. What I consider to be the finest wood turning symposium in the world. My opinion. I've been to a whole bunch of them. my opinion, is the finest in the entire world. I'll see you there, and I'll be selling winning raffle tickets. Yeah, I talked to the people that do it, and I said, last year you did. I'll be selling the winning raffle tickets. We got a special deal. Mine will be winners. Don't tell the other guys. I mean, I don't want to dishearten them, but, get it go. And oh yeah, by the way, we're still collecting pens for our pen challenge. Yesterday's mail, I got over 40 pens. I mean, nice stuff. I'm getting them from senior gunnery master sergeants. I was in the Air Force. We had airmen, we had sergeants, we had them other guys. But a senior master gunnery sergeant, I think that was what the abbreviation was. He did some pens there. Awesome, awesome work. Really. And he sent them to me. Oh, if you want to get in on the pen challenge, still time. You got until you mail them to me by the end of Labor Day 2019. And we'll probably do it again after that. But that's the first goal. If you want details, pacow! It's right here. It's right there. It's up here. But there's a little thing that says pen challenge. And you go and you get all the rules on the pen challenge. You find out all about it. Yesterday I got paste in from Ackley's Paste. I got stuff from Vince Welch. I got a commitment from some of my other vendors or friends that we do business with, and I'm visiting at SWAT, so I'll be mooching at SWAT to get prizes to put up for this. Just what we do. We're family. If you don't have a family to mooch off of, get one. They're great. But that's what's going to happen with the pen challenge. By the way, SWAT is like a family reunion with family you like. Really. People with a common interest. Woodturning. All right. Well, let's see. I got to take some more pictures of other tools, gadgets, and stuff. And as I was talking to you, I thought about 2 others I got to add to the list. That's all coming up. I'm Captain Eddie Castellan. You did not catch me out in the shop making shavings. Nope, that's not permitted. But I'm still here. See you, SWAT. You take care now. And if you need anything, drop me a note, send me a line, give me a call. I'm here. Because the doctor says, I ain't doing nothing. Take care. Bye now. Remember, I'm outside the shop. I'm not in the shop right now. You see the shop? That's the shop. I'm outside the shop. This is a canopy. It's a big distinction in my world. And he didn't make a big distinction. He just said, don't go in the shop. So I'm listening. Right? You got to explain this to your spouse. Wouldn't that be the way you'd explain it to them?